This week, Pokopia scored how high? We'll also dive into every game from the latest Indie World Showcase and let you know what deals you can snag on Mario Day. We'll tell you all about that and more because this is Podcasting with Power. Welcome to Podcasting with Power, your weekly source for Nintendo and video game news, reviews, and deep dive discussions. I'm Zachary Davis, and that's Jordan Carlson. And hey, if you like what we're doing over here, help us grow by tapping that subscribe button, leaving a comment, and following us on social media at Pod with Power. All the links you need are in the show description. Jordan, how you doing this week?
I'm pretty good.
Okay.
We were just kind of talking. I feel like last week we were so just on top of the world with all the news and information and releases. I feel a little I've come down.
Okay.
You know.
See, I feel like I'm up.
You feel up?
I'm feeling good. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm feeling good. I don't feel as up.
Okay, that's fair. It is probably a silly question to ask you what you've been playing, but let's hear it. What have you spent your weekend playing?
So Resident Evil.
Okay.
Obviously. But dude, I was dying over the weekend because I know you're playing it too. We're both playing it.
Oh, I'm done. I'm done, bro.
You're done? Ooh.
Yeah.
Dude, you and everyone around me. So like my problem is that it's not a problem. I shouldn't say it's a problem. It's nice, but Amanda's also very interested in it.
Yeah.
So as I mentioned, she's been playing the Switch version. I purchased it on Switch.
Cool.
And I've been playing on PC, but we're so into the story that she's wanted to play too, but she wants me to be there when she plays.
Yeah, she doesn't want to like get ahead and
right. So like her whole thing right now is like she wants to watch me play and to see the cutscenes and like see what's going on, but also wants me to be there when she plays. So it feels like this very much like we're going back and forth. We're like, I'll watch her play for a little while and then we'll do that. Like sure. That's what we do for a whole day. And then now it's me playing for a whole day. So I'm very much behind kind of where I think I would be normally. But at the same time, like it's been a lot of fun. We're really both enjoying it. And I love it. I love it.
It is a journey. And I'll be honest, I don't really think any part of it really is a slog. Like I kind of liked my entire time with it. Mm-hmm. Kali didn't play it, but we weren't sure, if she was gonna be interested in it all the way through or if it was gonna be too scary. But she ended up watching basically the entire playthrough.
Okay.
She left the room to do some stuff, I think on Sunday when we were playing through it. And then I got to, the game has in-game achievements, right?
Yeah.
And so I have one pop on the side that's like the final mission.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. And she's like, but I want to go to bed in 20 minutes. I'm like, then we should wait till tomorrow to do this because I don't want to start it and have to stop in 20 minutes. So we did. And then we finished it on Monday and it was glorious. I will probably be replaying it relatively soon.
Yeah.
And I know you can speak to this too because you've watched Amanda play on Switch. The Switch 2 version of that game is incredible.
It is.
Absolutely a technical marvel. I kind of was in awe the entire time playing it. I definitely was surprised. It was no, I don't want to say shocking. It really wasn't shocking. It was noticeable, obviously, coming from PC to the Switch version. Sure.
But I was happy to have seen what the PC version looks like so that when it came time to look at the Switch, I could say, oh, okay, like objectively, here's the differences between the two.
Yeah.
And I expected way worse on the Switch.
Yeah, I mean, you can, with a trained eye, you can kind of see the areas where maybe there was some compromise. I think hair, some of the fluid effects, some other effects, but it's never bad. And I had exactly one frame drop area where I did a thing and the frame rate just collapsed and it recovered very quickly and it was fine. And I wasn't in any action. I wasn't it didn't screw me up, but I was like, oh, that's crazy. But it's the only time it happened. It actually does this really interesting thing when you are in a combat encounter where it will I don't know if it's either just like hovering below 60 or what it does, but when you enter a combat encounter, it like locks it. Oh. And I was telling Colin, I'm like, doesn't it feels fast. Like it hasn't looked like this. And now it feels like there's somehow a higher frame rate. I don't know if it's toning down different effects or what it's doing, but
that is weird.
Did that a lot as Leon in particular.
I do feel like like the comparisons you see online when you see it'll be like PS5, Switch. I'm like, what frames are you using? Like it's a little dramatic. I'm like, that is not what it looked like on Switch.
There is one image I think that maybe you're talking about that I keep seeing that's of Grace, and it's the 3 different, and the Switch one is just like they've blown out the lighting and it's awful. Like clearly they have modified that photo. It's like, insane.
It is not that bad, but I don't know if you felt this way. And we'll get into this in greater detail once I finish, which to be honest with you is going to be latest this weekend.
Okay. Well, hopefully we can deep dive into it next week then. That'd be cool.
But I want to say though, before we wrap it up, the spook factor, loving that.
Yeah.
Very tense. And the point I want to make is this is all I did all weekend. So coming out of the weekend, going back to work, my body was so tense. I'm like, and like I don't like get tense or like flex or like Amanda was like clenching her controller when she was playing. Yeah. And when she was watching me, she was like, you're like sneaking around. She's like, I'd be running. I was like, oh, okay. And then when she was playing, she was like, all right, it's different when you're playing it. I was like, I told you. But like, dude,
I was told I run a little too much. I maybe don't take things as seriously as someone believes I should, but
I was laughing a lot though in the and we don't have to go on too much longer about this, but at the beginning, the very beginning sequence, which I won't go too deep in. I know it's very fresh, so I won't spoil too much. But that beginning sequence is very important to be quiet. And I was laughing at like how I had to move the cart with the stuff on. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I was like this, like, you couldn't help it but like knock stuff over. I was like, cheese and rice.
It's so much fun, and it is such a good blend of the old Resident Evil and the actiony Resident Evils and the newer, Biohazard and Village kind of style. It's great. If you like Resident Evil in basically any form, you will enjoy this game.
And like they did such a fantastic job, like aging Leon.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. But yeah, we will talk about more Resident Evil Requiem at a later date. I also got a lot of Pokemon LeafGreen in.
Somehow. Oh shit, I did too.
I don't know how I managed to do that while playing Resident Evil. But
was it your cooldown game? It was my cooldown game.
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, we talked. We did talk about that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so I am. Where am I? I've got 3 badges. I guess I'm not like flying through it, but
that's about where I am too.
We talked a little bit off of the podcast about how it feels so much more grindy than I remember.
It definitely
is. Modern Pokemon has spoiled us. I'm playing, I'm using everybody, and I don't feel like anybody's leveling up.
Is spoil the word? Because I prefer this, honestly.
I don't hate it. It's just it's so different than I've played, the last 2 Legends games and Violet. Like I don't remember the last time I had to do this in a Pokemon game.
Like you have to be so much more strategic about who's in what position on your squad. And like, I love that. I'm so used to doing that. I feel like we're kind of conditioned to, I think, but I like it. I it's been honestly, dude, like I'm enjoying LeafGreen way more than I thought I was going to.
That's so funny. Cause I feel like we are flip-flopped. I am playing this and I'm kind of like, man, I can't wait until this is over so I can play Let's Go Pikachu. Like that's kind of what I want right now. So yeah, that's interesting. But I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna see it through. It's been a good time. And then the last little game I wanted to mention, and we'll talk a little bit more about it, is Mini Shoot Adventures. But I wanted to make sure you were aware of this game.
I am not.
Because this is a PC game that came out a couple of years ago, I think 2024. And it's kind of been on my radar since. It's a twin stick top-down shooter, like you're used to, but it's like you take that little spaceship and you put it in a Zelda map, a 2D Zelda map.
Okay.
So you're going through, you're doing dungeons, you're finding upgrades, and it is great. And it was in the Indie World Showcase, which we'll talk about. And I almost bought it on Switch, and then I realized it was day and date on Game Pass. So definitely on console, maybe on PC as well. But so I'm playing it on Xbox, but it is available on Switch, and it's great. Has a free upgrade to Switch too if you have that. So yeah, it's a fun little time.
Cool.
Yeah. So, last thing I wanted to mention, we talked about on our little, 30th anniversary Pokemon discussion. We talked about our favorite Pokemon cards, and I mentioned the base set Gyarados, which you were able to show on the podcast. Now, we have a new listener in Collie's office named April, who was very interested in hearing our Pokemon discussion. She asked about it, how to find it, all that. And that same day, that Pokemon day, she went to a card shop kind of near where I live and won a card. And it happened to be that Gyarados.
Wow.
And then she found out through Collie and then by listening to our episode that, I no longer had that card. And so they did a little trade, a little swap. And thanks to April, I now have my own base set Gyarados, which is very cool.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That is killer.
And she's a fan of yours, by the way. I believe she called you a bad boy.
Oh, shit.
A bad boy. Yeah. So yeah, thank you, April. I have 6 Nintendo news stories for you today. And we're going to start with the biggest one. Story number 1, everything announced during the March Nintendo Indie World Showcase. This is by Wesley LeBlanc at Game Informer. So, as most of our audience is probably aware, we want a Nintendo Direct. We didn't quite get that this week.
Yeah.
We saw the announcement on Monday and I was kind of like, cool. It's cool. More games on the Switch. That's neat, but not exactly what I'm looking for. But I kind of like this showcase. I don't know if you had a chance to watch it or kind of look at the roundup, but yeah, I didn't feel like it was so bad.
Okay.
So kicking things off, we have Densha Attack for the Switch 2. I believe we've seen this before. That is coming out June 17th. It's kind of, you're like a bus or a trolley car.
Yeah.
Demo is out now, and there will be an exclusive skin for Switch 2 players.
Okay.
Then we saw a game called My Little Puppy.
Whoa.
Which, unfortunately, not the best title. This is coming to Switch 1 on May 26th with a physical release in June. You play as Bongu, a Welsh corgi who has crossed over the Rainbow Bridge. After waiting for an eternity, he picks up the scent of his owner and goes on an adventure to find him in the afterlife. It looks very, very sweet. It does. I'm a little intrigued by this one. What's wrong? Oh no.
Dude, what the I wasn't expecting this. I Googled it and I got the corgi with the little halo.
Yeah.
I was like, what happened?
I knew by putting the description in our doc here, I'm like, Jordan's gonna lose it at this one.
Yo,
I wanted to make sure.
So you're okay. So you're
the dog.
You're right. You're Bongu,
I think. Yeah.
Bongu, who's perished.
Yeah.
And you're waiting. After waiting for an eternity, he picks up the scent of his owner and goes on an adventure.
So now the owner has died. You died a long time ago. Now the owner has died, and you have to go save him.
The owner got whacked, and you got to go find him.
Maybe. I don't. Who knows? We don't know. We don't know what happened, but
damn.
Then we have Heave Ho 2 for the Switch and Switch 2 this summer. In the sequel, team up with 3 local friends or 3 others using online multiplayer to chain together limbs and more in an effort to platform through various unique settings across 8 worlds. This game supports Game Share, and I feel like this has a video or a stream written all over it. This looks like some fun.
Dude, this guy's got red M&M guy energy.
Yeah.
Pretty big.
But yeah, that seems like a Jordan multiplayer.
Could we do that? We should do that. That'd be fun.
Yeah, this summer.
Oh my gosh.
Ambiguous date this summer. We'll do it. Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault, is coming to Switch 2 this summer. This game is currently in early access on PC. Moonlighter, the first one, has always kind of been on my radar, and I have yet to play it. It is, you explore dungeons at night and collect items and potions and weapons and things like that. And during the day, you open up a shop and you sell it. And so it's kind of got that little shop simulator dynamic too. And this looks great. I think it has a very pretty art style.
It does.
Don't know if I'm going to try to play Moonlighter 1 before I play this, but I want to get into Moonlighter at some point.
It looks cool. It looks really pretty.
Yeah. Then we've got Woodo for the Switch and Switch 2. This summer, assemble wooden scenes piece by piece like a coloring book and watch them come to life with color and animation as you place them. It supports mouse control on Switch 2. Beautiful looking game. Like,
it is
a little too beautiful. I don't know. But it does. It looks cool. I mentioned Mini Shoot Adventures, which is an out now drop, releasing later today. Modern twin stick shooter with a Zelda-like twist, released on PC in 2024. Then you have highlighted here the Midnight Walk on Switch 2, March 26th, originally released on PC and PS5 in May of 2025. Does this one kind of have your attention, it looks like?
Yeah, it looks a little creepy, and I like that.
You do like a little creepy. Yeah. And I do think that's the vibe.
Definitely
it's
is.
Got a very like Tim Burton-esque.
It is. It's very unsettling looking, which I'll have to check this out. It's gonna just take a lot of me. This is a perfect example of a game that I would seek for the Switch. Like, I could go play it on PC, but I would wait for I'll wait for this one for the Switch. Like, this is perfect for me, you know?
Yeah. Well, you don't have to wait long, just a couple weeks.
Perfect.
Then we've got Rotwood on the Switch 2. That is another out now. This is a 2.5D side-scrolling brawler from the studio behind the Don't Starve series. Don't Starve, not really ever on my radar, but I know people certainly like that one, so something to look forward to. Mixtape finally has a release date. It is coming on May 7th, my brother's birthday, on Switch 2, as well as PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. This one's fun. I know the narrative kind of adventures aren't always your jam, but it looks like it has a fun little 80s inspired soundtrack, so
okay,
could have some cool life to it. This next one got me very hyped. That is Blighted for the Switch 2, coming later this fall. This is an isometric action game set in a psychedelic western landscape, and it's from the Guacamelee developer Drinkbox Studios, who, as you know, I love. I love Guacamelee. I love Severed. I even love Nobody Saves the World, which didn't get as much attention, but was a fun little game a couple of years ago.
Back in the day when Guacamelee came out, I remember they gave you a code, didn't they?
No, that's Brawlhalla.
Brawlhalla.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same kind of time frame though. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Guacamelee was like a Vita era thing for me. Remember when I always used to play my Vita?
Oh my God.
Yeah, me neither. Dead Zone Rogue is coming to Switch 2 on March 17th. Fight, revive, adapt, and repeat in this first-person shooter sci-fi roguelite. It's like that movie. What was that movie? That had a title like that. Live, Die, Repeat.
What?
Is that a movie? I don't know. Tom Cruise. Doesn't matter. Then we got a little montage action. Grave Seasons is coming to Switch. Summer 2026. Unrailed 2 Back on Track is launching on Switch and Switch 2 this May with a demo out now. Toem 2 is launching on Switch this summer. Incombini One Store Mini Memories is launching on Switch 2 as well as Switch 1 on April 30th. We have Outbound on Switch 1 and 2 April 23rd with a demo out now. And Ratatan is coming to Switch 2 on July 26th. This is the Patapon studio kind of doing their we don't own Patapon anymore, but we're going to kind of make our own rhythm game. Okay. And then they tried to shrug us off and be like, all right, we're all done. And I'm like, you can't end on a little montage like that with Ratatan. That's crazy. But they did have one more thing, and that was Blueprints releasing right now for the Switch 2. Blueprints, of course, one of the highest rated games of last year. I definitely mentioned it on our kind of game of the year list. I don't know if it made my list. It's been on Game Pass since it released. And it is a fun, like, puzzly roguelite. Like, you're in this mansion, and every run, all the rooms, they shuffle the order.
Okay.
And so you are trying to find this mysterious room 46. And so when you go to a door, it gives you a couple of options of the kind of room you can draft. And so you have to decide, like, okay, I need this right now where I can get some currency or I can find an item or something like that. And inevitably you will find yourself in a dead end and you'll run out of rooms you can draft and all that. But as you go, you'll kind of figure out how the rooms work. You'll solve different puzzles, unlock different things, that sort of thing. It's a very cool game.
All right.
So now that you've kind of seen some of these, what do you think? Anything besides what was the one that we mentioned caught your eye? The Midnight Walk.
Yep. I don't know, man. What was Midnight Walk. The Mini Street Adventure did look pretty cool. That could be interesting. You said it was on Game Pass, so I'll probably check that out since it's free.
And it wears its Zelda influence on its sleeve. It really does.
Yeah.
There's an area that's that first square of the NES Zelda.
Yeah.
You know, like where you go into the cave and get the sword. Like there's achievements that are references to it. It's cool.
And I think like for that reason I could check it out. But I think really the bigger one is Heave Ho 2.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We'll have to give that one a try in a couple months here.
Yeah.
And we'll keep that on our radar. Let us know if you have anything you're looking at from the Nintendo Indie World Showcase, which is not the showcase we wanted, but it's the showcase we got. Story number 2. Nintendo expands Switch Online's Virtual Boy and Game Boy Advance library with 3 more titles. This is by Liam Doolin at Nintendo Life. Ahead of March 10th, aka Mario Day, Nintendo has announced it will be expanding the Switch Online and expansion pack service for the Switch and Switch 2. These 3 titles arriving on Mario Day include 2 Virtual Boy games and 1 Game Boy Advance title, with all of these titles requiring users to have access to the expansion pack. For the Virtual Boy, we're getting Mario Tennis and Mario Clash, and on the Game Boy Advance, Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Happy Mario Day, Jordan. You get 2 Virtual Boy games, so you have to buy a $100 accessory to play, and Mario vs. Donkey Kong, which is a game they've already remade and released on the Switch.
Yeah.
Are you happy? You happy with this?
No.
Okay. No. You got to pay $50 a month, $50 a year, rather, to play these. Happy Mario Day.
Oh, man.
This is bizarre.
Yeah. That really sucks. I don't know, man.
Super Mario Brothers Deluxe on the Game Boy is right there. I know people ask for that. I see that a lot in, what NSO games are we still waiting for? That is always one that comes up.
Yeah.
Where is that? It's just Mario Brothers on the Game Boy.
Right.
It's not, you don't need to hide it in some vault. But instead you can play Mario Clash on your Virtual Boy.
Which, even if you bought the accessory,
yeah,
you're going to play this for 5 minutes.
Yeah. Did I talk about the Virtual Boy when I got it? I don't think I did on here.
I would love if you put it on.
All right. So I don't really have a place to put the stand.
Yeah.
But yeah. So.
Oh.
You see this?
Yeah.
See.
Looks pretty good.
It looks pretty good. It feels pretty good.
Yeah.
It's got that newer plastic feel,
Oh, okay.
So I know it's not how an actual one would feel.
Right.
And yeah, I don't really remember how to open this up. Can you tell I only used it the one time?
No.
All right, I'm not going to try to do that because I'll break it. But yeah, you open this red part up and you slide the Switch in there. It's got an adapter for the Switch 1 and 2. And then yeah, you put your face up, you play it. It's got the little stand that it clicks onto, and even the app itself requires that. So it is the black and red, janky, and yeah. So I played what did I play? I played Tetris 3D, Tetris Virtual Boys. I don't know which one it's called, and I played Wario Land Virtual Boy, and I played that one for a little bit until something happened and I had to get up. And I was like, where am I? There was a noise in the house and I had to get up to check it. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to fall.
It's the intruder and they just see your face in the Virtual Boy and they're like, this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to rob this guy. So,
I mean, I'm interested in trying Mario Tennis just because I've always heard about how good Mario Tennis on the Virtual Boy is.
I
don't buy it, but I mean, yeah, we'll see. And then Mario vs. Donkey Kong. I never played the original. I did play the Switch remake, which adds a couple worlds, but otherwise is pretty faithful to it. It's nice that it's here.
Yeah.
And I do hope that means we'll get some other stuff that has been remade.
Yeah.
We have the original Link's Awakening, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But I would love the 2 Advance Wars games.
Yeah.
You don't need to buy a $50 remake. You can It'd just be nice to have them here.
Yeah.
Because really, that remake, I don't think adds a whole lot. It's prettier and all that, but not exactly necessary. Let's do some more fun-ish news for Mario Day. Story number 3. Share the fun on Mario Day with savings on select games featuring Mario and his friends. These listings come from the Nintendo eShop. Yeah. So, from now until March 14th, you can score some deals on some Mario games and games that are Mario adjacent, I guess. First, I'm going to read all the digital sales here for you. We've got Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury for $40. Mario vs. Donkey Kong, the Switch version, for $40. Super Mario Maker 2 and Super Mario Party Jamboree. And you can actually get the Mario Party Jamboree Switch 2 edition with Jamboree TV. That will cost you $62. We've got Super Mario RPG here for $42. Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope Gold Edition, which includes all of the DLC. That's $9. A whopping $9 to get all of the Sparks of Hope stuff. You can get the other, the game and the DLC are also on sale individually. And then this one's crazy. Not only is it going to make you mad, but I just want you to think about this one for a second. So Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020. This is the last time these fuckers did the Olympics. 6 years ago. It's on sale for $30. Oh. They've missed now 3 Olympics. And they still want to charge us $30 for this one.
Yeah, man. It's the COVID Olympics, man.
Yeah. Yeah, they were there. No one else was. But we've got Luigi's Mansion 3 for $40, with the DLC also being on sale. And then Donkey Kong Country Returns HD for $42. Keep in mind, a lot of these have, not a lot of these, but some of these have some Switch 2 enhancements.
Yeah.
There's also some physical games on sale. 3D World, Luigi's Mansion, and Mario Party are all at that $40 price point. Mario Odyssey is also there in physical stores for $40. The Switch 2 edition of Mario Party Jamboree is available for $60. And then Mario vs. Donkey Kong is actually cheaper at $30, which is the same price point you could get Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door and Mario and Luigi Brothership. That's right, Brothership, for that same $30. The physical deals end on the 14th. The digital deals end on the 15th. How does Nintendo pick these?
I don't know, man.
Why are some of these available? Why are some of these on sale, both physical and digital, and then others are just on sale digital and others are just on sale physical? How do they decide that?
I don't know, but I was thinking that with Odyssey, what? I want to know what this conversation sounds like.
Yeah.
Who was in the meeting? Because there was a meeting. There had to have been a meeting. Because I can't even take a guess. I don't even know what the guess would be.
No. Why can't you sell me Brothership for $30 on the eShop?
Why can you sell me a physical product cheaper than the digital product?
Yeah, that's a great question. When you're also putting it on the Game Boy Advance app for whatever you pay for that on Mario Day.
I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm just going to say it. If you buy Mario vs. Donkey Kong, a digital copy of that game for $40, the same day you could play it on Game Boy Advance or go to the store and pick it up for $30, you're insane. What are you doing?
Is it that they make more? No. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Do they want you to buy it physically? Is that... Would they rather you buy it physically than digitally? Is there something there for that? Is there,
I think for that one, it might be just we made too many of these and we got to get them out of there. But they're also afraid that if they sell stuff too low, you're never going to buy anything full priced again. So I think they're towing that line. I know Brothership is one that I see go on sale quite a bit at GameStop for around this $30 price point.
Yeah.
And I've seen Thousand Year Door around there too. So I think those 3 games in particular, they just must have kind of overplayed their hand when they were making them.
Yeah.
They all kind of came out in the same window of time too. So I don't know. Any of these, you going to pick up any of these? You probably have most of these.
Donkey Kong Country Returns.
I know. I'm eyeing that one too.
What's that?
I'm eyeing that one too. I want to play it with the the crazy speed mode and Dixie Kong and all that.
So that one I'll be buying. And everything else besides the Olympic Games and Rabbids I already own.
Okay.
Actually, I don't own Mario vs. Donkey Kong, but I don't give a fuck. So
that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm still not gonna buy Jamboree because I can't at this point. You will mock me for playing Mario Party alone.
That's true.
And I have most of these. I don't know why. I really liked Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I really liked it. I don't know why I can't be bothered to play this one. Why? I don't know. It's $9. And this includes the Rayman DLC.
Oh.
Which I like Rayman a little bit.
I like Rayman a little bit too, but for some reason when he hangs out with Mario and the Rabbids, it makes me like them less.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't make any sense. I don't like it.
All right. That's fair. But yeah, so those are some Mario deals for you this Mario Day. They're doing all sorts of stuff. There's Mario Lunchables out there. I'm not going to go through all that stuff
out there.
Yeah, Nintendo.com has a whole list of the Mario Day festivities that I didn't feel like were worth talking about on the show, but apparently I was mistaken.
Dude, I suck when it comes to marketing stuff. Like I was at the grocery store last week, Pokemon week.
Okay.
And I saw a fucking Pikachu on some goldfish. I don't buy goldfish, but I bought fucking goldfish.
And what's he doing there? He's not a fish?
Well, it was Pokemon Day coming up. So
okay.
I'm only imagining that goldfish was like, I want a piece of this action. Please let me put Pikachu and some Pokemon on this marketing. And then I come along and I see it and I'm like, fuck, dude, I could have some goldfish. It's like when Reese's Pieces or Reese's Puffs put Goku on the box. I was like, fuck. All right.
Yeah. No, let's
go home.
Yeah, Nintendo is pulling out all the stops here. You can win a trip to either Super Nintendo World in Hollywood or Orlando. They're doing a Mario Kart World open series of races that you can sign up and play on specific days, which should still be some of them should still be available by the time you listen to this. They may have accidentally leaked a big update too, but they took that part down. So maybe we'll talk about that next week if it's real. We got the sales, a Nintendo Switch 2 demo event at Walmart. They're updating the Mario Today app for some reason in preparation for Mario Day. There's some ambiguous festivities in New York, the Nintendo store in New York. Looks like they're doing a Mario Tennis Fever thing there as well. And the Nintendo store in San Francisco. And then, yeah, just telling you to get ready for the Mario Galaxy movie. So, what is this? Oh, and then the Lunchables, of course.
Okay.
Oh, but this isn't even Mario specific. This is Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and Pokemon Legends ZA Lunchables. So, okay. Happy Mario Day. Here's Donkey Kong and Pokemon. All right, I'm going to get back to the news, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Story number 4. New Kirby Air Riders amiibo announced alongside King Day-to-Day amiibo release date. This is by Wesley LeBlanc at Game Informer. Nintendo launched Kirby Air Riders, a sequel to 2003's Kirby Air Ride, back in November, and since then, players have been awaiting word on when the previously announced King Day-to-Day and Tank Star amiibo would be released. Have they? After months of waiting, Nintendo has revealed it will hit stores on July 2nd, alongside news of 2 additional Kirby Air Riders amiibo on the way, Sword Kirby on the Dragoon and Noir Day-to-Day on the Hydra. Nintendo did not announce prices for these figures, but if they're priced like previously released Air Riders amiibo, you can expect them to reach into the $40 to $50 range. While the King Day-to-Day amiibo is set to hit stores in July, there's no word on the other 2. So, okay. Just anecdotally, I don't know how often you look at the video game section when you're in a Target or something like that.
Every time. Every single time.
Yeah. And have you noticed since November, or whenever these came out, that the Kirby amiibo are always there?
Oh, yeah.
Because they're expensive. They're $50 amiibo, and they always have both of them. I can walk in at any time and get Kirby or, what's he called? Not Shy Guy. Waddle Dee. Yeah, they're there. They're just hanging out.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy they're announcing 2 more of these things.
Yeah.
Even though they're cool looking.
Sure.
Yeah. you know, the Sword Kirby one in particular, I think is pretty cool.
The Sword Kirby one is the coolest one.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, so, what's the other dude?
Noir Day.
Yeah.
He just kind of shows up and you like challenge him. Like, he's like part of the story, but not really. He just is kind of there to like antagonize you.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. The sword one is cool for sure. I'd be more interested if he wasn't on his thing. That's the only problem.
You can take him off.
Can you?
And you can switch them. You can put them on the different machines too. So if you buy more than one of these things, if you want to spend the King's Ransom, then you can.
Yeah, yeah.
They're a lot, man. I can't.
No,
I've got a lot of amiibo, and I can't justify this one.
A lot of money.
All right. Story number 5. Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen Switch update censors naughty and offensive names. This is by Liam Doolin at Nintendo Life. One of the joys for many trainers during the earlier generations of Pokemon was giving the main character and their rival a rude or downright inappropriate name. In the Switch eShop versions of Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen, it seems there have been updates to this. As reported by Kotaku, you'll either have to get really creative now, or there's a good chance the game will override whatever you've input and instead give you a generic name. This doesn't seem to extend to some milder words, however, as hell and damn were not replaced. This update appears to impact Pokemon names as well. One theory suggests the update is to prevent users from flooding social media with screenshots and footage containing offensive language. Well, that hasn't worked, I can tell you, in the past week. It could also potentially be linked to Pokemon Home. Either way, some names wouldn't be the best look, as Pokemon is intended to be a friendly experience for all ages. As many trainers have highlighted, this confirms these classic Game Boy Advance games have actually been edited for this special release. Have you run into this? Because some people do that. They always name their rival Assface or something, right? Are you one of these guys? Because I've never really been that guy.
No, so straight up, I've always named my rivals either Zap or Keeban every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Mine is Jordan this time. So.
Oh, yeah, mine's Zap.
Yeah, very cool.
So I've never done it. Like I think literally this is, I don't know what this is going to say about me, I guess, but like I named a Geodude, I think it was like Buttface or something.
Okay.
When I was like in first grade.
Yeah.
And I remember when I went to, was it the nursery? The guy who you give your Pokemon to and he levels up.
Yeah. And daycare. Yeah.
And that dude was like, that's not very nice.
Oh.
Do you remember? Like he does that.
No, I wasn't aware. I'm telling you, I've never really engaged to this.
It's something to the effect of like, that's not very nice or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I felt bad.
Okay.
So I never did it again.
Geodude in those games does kind of have that really like pronounced brow, like from the back. It really does.
That's why I did it. That's why I did that. And like I was new to Pokemon also, so I was like, guy looks like an ass face. It looks like, but I put butt face. It was like butt something. It wasn't even that bad, you know?
Sure. Yeah.
And the guy was like, that's not very nice or something like that. And I was like, oh my God. So I never did it again. But like,
okay.
What about people like that go by Dick?
Exactly.
You know?
Well, imagine if you're one of these names that it changes it to. If I type in Dick and it changes to Jordan, how would you feel? Like, I feel like, how did they settle on that? So, okay. So, yeah, they've changed his games around a little bit. And I'm going to read another story from Liam Doolin here about that. PSA, Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen Switch version apparently fixes Legendary Beast glitch. Nintendo revived the Game Boy Advance titles Pokemon LeafGreen and FireRed on Switch last week. And while they offer the same classic experience, there are some notable changes. If you're planning to catch one of the gold and silver legendary beasts on your adventure, it seems you'll no longer have to worry about the infamous roar glitch. According to multiple player reports and information via data mines, this glitch is not present in the Switch eShop version. As mentioned on Cerebi.net, in the original GBA releases, Entei and Raikou, but not Suicune, will sometimes use the move Roar if trapped, and it results in the Pokemon never being encountered again in the same playthrough, which sucks. So catching one of these legendaries in the Switch versions hopefully just got a little bit easier. As a reminder, the legendary that appears in the playthrough is based on your starter pick. Raikou for Squirtle, Entei for Bulbasaur, and Suicune for Charmander. I never really bothered with this. I feel like once I got to the Pokemon League in the original Leaf Green, I just kind of was like, okay. Like I did the Sevi Island stuff, but I don't think I ever tracked these guys down. I wasn't really aware of this glitch. Were you?
No.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's cool that they fixed it. because that's a bummer if you just found out that you can just never find them again if they happen to use that move.
Yeah.
And then the last little update it looks like they did here, Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen Switch version gives you the Mystic ticket and Aurora ticket.
What?
As highlighted by Pokemon fan site Cerebi.net, when you beat the Elite Four and enter the Hall of Fame in the Switch versions, you'll receive the Mystic ticket and Aurora ticket. You can find them in your bag. This is great news for trainers, as these items were previously only available via mystery gift distributions at real-life events. So every trainer can now catch Ho-Oh and Lugia, as well as the mythical Pokemon Deoxys. So this is cool. This is a thing they used to do a long time ago, kind of before the online mystery gift. You would go to events and you would get these legendary Pokemon. I never did that with any of the older Game Boy games. I don't know if you did.
No.
But it's always kind of a bummer to like go back to a game like this and be like, oh, that's just, you just can't get that now. So I like that they included these in this release. I feel like they did something similar with Gold and Silver and with Celebi when they released it on 3DS.
Okay. I think you're right, actually. I do
way.
remember some things. Yeah.
So this is cool. I mean, we were both talking up Lugia last week.
Yeah.
Ho is fine, and I've never caught a Deoxys, so I'll have to try that. We kind of mentioned this at the top. Are you going to see LeafGreen like all the way through?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did we talk about why you chose LeafGreen? I don't remember if we talked about that last week.
Why? Oh, over FireRed?
Yeah.
I don't think we did, because I know you picked the cool colors.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I don't know if I did. And to be honest with you, I don't know why I'm just attracted to the green version of it. I don't know.
Yeah. It's a nice shade of green.
I
really wanted a slow bro this playthrough, because I feel like by the time you get to him, your team's set. You've got a water type. You've got either Squirtle or Gyarados or even a Lapras at that point. But I was like, I want a slow bro. He's only in LeafGreen. So
see, I was thinking more along the lines of I've played FireRed more in a weird way because it's the one that all the ROM hacks are based on. I don't know. So it just felt different to me. So that's why I went with it. But I think that's my answer today.
Fair enough. Our last story today, story number 6, Pokemon Pokopia review roundup. This is crazy. We've been talking about Pokopia for months now, and about how, we didn't think it was going to be anything special. Can you believe that it is tied with Pokemon Y as the highest rated Pokemon game of all time?
So there's a two-parter on this one.
Okay.
Do you remember when we were talking about, I think it was like our favorite Pokemon games or something in the last episode. Yeah. And I had brought up Pokemon X and Y. And I was like, I thought Y was like up there. And I didn't know that Y is the best selling of all time. Is that what it says?
The highest rated, yeah.
Highest rated. I thought they were in high regard, but so when I read this, I was like, they fucking were in high regard.
You're absolutely right. I was so surprised to see that this game is up there.
Yeah.
And then I was surprised to see that those two were the previous.
Yeah.
Because I don't really care for X and Y.
I mean, but anyway, Pokopia though, I mean, were we recording when we were talking about this? Like, I feel like.
No, I was in the car on the way to work texting you about it on Monday morning.
Because this has to be cozy game culture, right? Like
I don't know. Like, I mean, that's definitely part of it. We've definitely, I think, that has infiltrated the industry, right? You've got a lot of people who are cooler with those kinds of games now than you would have had 10, 20 years ago for sure.
Right.
But I don't think it can just be that. Like I always say that when we talk about like when people say stuff like Nintendo consoles are just for kids, and it's like, cool, the Switch sold almost 160 million units. You don't do that just selling to kids.
Right.
Like they're clearly beyond that.
Right.
And I kind of feel like that's where this is too. I don't think you get at the time it debuted at a 90. It's now sitting at an 88 on Metacritic, or both Metacritic and OpenCritic. I don't think you get to that without great reviews across the board.
Right.
All sorts of different reviewers. And when you look at the OpenCritic, like you're seeing names we recognize. We talk about Alana Higgs a lot from Nintendo Life, Rebecca Valentine at IGN. Like, these aren't just random people coming out of the woodwork to review Pokopia.
Right.
It's incredible.
I mean, I'm gonna play it.
I was so surprised when you were like, well, I gotta play it now.
I have to play it.
I kind of feel the same way.
I mean, but like I was already on the fence, if you remember. I feel like, I don't know, man. Like, yeah, I'll check it out. Like I'm interested in how good it looks, because it does look like
it does. Good. And the more I kind of read about how the gameplay loop is, I get it, and I think I'll have fun with it. It does seem like there's a lot more story single player content there.
That's wild.
I kind of thought it would be very, very Animal Crossing like, and that it's just kind of you just do your day-to-day thing. No, there's a story, and the fact that it takes place in like this ruined version of Kanto is really interesting, and that you're going to kind of discover that as you go and how that's changed and why it's changed.
Yeah,
I think that's really interesting. So, and I mean, I'm kind of down to play any 9 out of 10. You know,
I mean,
I want to at least see what people are talking about. Even if it doesn't click for me, like that's a good sign. A couple of blurbs from this one will go to Rebecca Valentine at IGN, who gave it a 9 out of 10. Pokemon Pokopia is an enjoyable, personality-packed building simulator set in a surprisingly deep world that is stuffed with fun things for its delightful Ditto protagonists to do and create. Lottie Lynn at Eurogamer gave it a 4 out of 5, saying Pokopia succeeds in capturing the spirit of Pokemon's past without sacrificing its uniqueness as one of the best spin-offs this franchise has ever seen. People are glowing about this game, man.
How many glowing spin-offs have we really seen?
I mean, we've talked about some of our favorites.
Yeah.
I was actually, Nintendo Life had a little list of I think it was like reader voted spin-offs, but it had like 50 plus. And a lot of the Mystery Dungeon games are high on that list. That's never been my cup of tea. I played the original one. And that was it. But I mean, they obviously keep making them, so they must be doing something right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we're gonna have to play this one, and if we do, we'll be sure to talk about it here.
I mean,
if you want to leave a comment and let us know what you think about Pokopia, whether or not you're going to play it, and if you have, what you think about it, we would love to hear that. But yeah, I think it's got us.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then finally, let's do a little out this week. Out now, of course, as I mentioned, Mini Shoot Adventures on the Switch 1 and 2, as well as Blueprints on the Switch 1. On March 12th, we have Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly Remake on the Switch 2, which I believe at the time of recording this, we either have a demo on the eShop or it's about to get one. I'm kind of intrigued to play this. It's another horror game. Rode Out on the Switch coming March 12th. Bean Beasts, March 12th as well, in Collector's Cove. And then Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflections on Switch 2 is March 13th. And MLB The Show 26 only on the original Switch. Why are we not making a cool Switch 2 version of MLB The Show? Seems like a home run. Not to be that guy, but
they must have started a little early.
I don't know. That's an odd one to me.
Yeah.
I know you're still going to be pretty busy with Resident Evil, but any of these sticking out to you besides Mini Shoot, as you mentioned?
Honestly, probably not. Kind of a little bit of a dud week for me, I think, on that one.
Okay. I want to try the Fatal Frame demo, I think.
Yeah.
I'm on that Resident Evil high, right? So I want to, unfortunately for this game, that means it has to be really good, or I'm just going to go back to that.
You're looking for stay tense a little bit longer?
Yeah, I would like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I got the Generation Pack, though, so I do have Biohazard and Village on the Switch ready to go at some point.
I would really love if you played Biohazard.
Yeah. That one will just be a me one, because Kali does not... The first person makes her motion sick. So
that's how Amanda feels, too. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll probably just run through that one at some point here. But I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, let us know what you think about Pokopia, what you think about the indie world, Mario Day, all of that fun stuff. You can leave a comment. Make sure you subscribe to the show and follow us on social media at PodWithPower. Until next time, I'm Zachary Davis, and that's Jordan Carlson. Bye-bye.